PID, which is pelvic inflammatory disease, is a very serious disease that can affect you as a woman. You can't have it without having any symptom, and this can cause a lot of issues, including infertility. Okay, if left untreated, it can also damage your cells, damage your organs, like your female reproductive organs. Okay, like your cervix, your cervix, your uterus, your fallopian tubes. All these things can be affected by this PID, okay, including your ovaries and your uterus, that your womb, your inside womb, which is the endometrium, and even the outside line of the uterus. So all those places can be affected by this PID, and it can even get to spreading into your blood, which can cause a lot of bitter bad issues. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about this PID, what it is, how it can be cured, okay, causes, symptoms, and those that are prone to experiencing this. Okay, all these things are going to be discussed in this video. So if you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Glory, and here I share mostly sit down videos, okay, tips, ideas, tricks, and a lot more. You're welcome. All my channel subscribers, I'm so glad to have you back again. So like I said earlier, PID, or pelvic inflammatory disease, is an inflammatory infection of the female reproductive organs. Okay, so this disease can affect all your female reproductive, or the upper female reproductive organs, right from your cervix down to your uterus, and it can even spread to your blood. Okay, can enter into your blood and cause a lot of health dangers. This issue can also cause damages in your cervix, like in your reproductive organs, causing infertility, causing damages, causing blockage in your reproductive organs. Okay, so you can expect a lot. Okay, and if left untreated, it can increase, like it swims up, it grows to even enter into your blood. So that is why you should take this PID serious. Now there are a lot of women that have PID even without have any symptoms. Okay, any symptoms at all. So a lot of women have it without symptoms, while others have a lot of symptoms. So let's start with the symptoms that you are going to experience when you have PID. First thing I'm going to start talking about is abdominal pains. Okay, abdominal pains, that's your tummy, you have sharp pains here and there, then this is one symptom of PID. Another thing is painful intercourse. Okay, painful intercourse. When you have painful intercourse, then this is another symptom of PID. Pains in your lower abdominal region. Okay, in your lower abdominal region, you're having pains, or you have pains when having intercourse, or you're having menstrual irregularities or irregular bleeding, like, you know, you are not due for your menses to come, but you see menses here and there. This is another symptom of what? PID. Another thing is high fever, especially when you are, like, when it's very infectious, that it can develop to you having fever, even headaches. Okay, fatigue is another good symptom of PID. So fatigue, vomiting, in fact, a lot of symptoms that you might even feel when you are pregnant can also show itself when you have PID. But the main thing that I always see people experience when you have PID is lower abdominal pain. So when you have lower abdominal pain, like sharp pain in your lower abdomen, coupled with another symptom that I mentioned here, then you should go and see your doctor. Okay, because this might be PID. Okay, this might be PID. So now, who are those people that are prone to experiencing this? Who are the people that can experience this? If you are under 25 years, you have higher percentage of experiencing this. Okay, so if you're under 25 years, like younger teenagers, these are people that are prone to, like, they are in higher percentage of experiencing this. Another thing is if you are having, like, if you have active sex life. Okay, this is another thing that can bring you closer to having PID. Okay, so if you have had intercourse, this is another thing. Okay, this is another thing. Or you are exposed to infection in any way, you're making use of IUD, like IUD. This is another thing that can cause this particular issue, because when you are putting this IUD, you might take bacteria into your cervix, and from there it gets to your uterus, your fallopian tubes, your cell, and all that. Okay, so this is another thing that if you are making use of IUD, you have to be very extra careful. Okay, then another thing is that it can reoccur, it can come back. So if you have history of PID, this is another thing that might show you that you can't still have this again. Okay, you can still have this again, you can still experience it, like history of PID, history of STI, or you are dodging. Okay, vaginal dodging is another thing that might expose you or bring you closer to having this issue. Okay, yes, so these are the things that lead you to or show you that you might have this issue. Okay, a lot of women that started having sex at early stage are also prone to having this PID, or when you are exposed to a man that carries gonorrhea or chlamydia. Okay, all these bacteria infections can cause this issue. So when you had intercourse with somebody, a man that has this particular bacteria or infection, then it can lead you to having PID. Like I said earlier, when you use when you are using the IUD, okay, intrauterine device, this can also lead to having this issue, because anything that transfers bacteria through your cervix can cause PID. Okay, anything that transfers bacteria through your cervix can cause PID. Another thing that can also cause this is abortion. Okay, when you had when you did maybe improper abortion, or when you had miscarriage. Okay, since there is a bacteria in your organ, then this can cause PID. Okay, this can cause PID. So most times it's through sexually transmitted infection that you can have this. Other times you can still have it with all those things, through all these things I mentioned here. Okay, so what do you need to do when you have this PID? The first thing you need to do is to go straight and meet your doctor. Okay, because the doctor will be in the best position to help you out. Okay, so they will run several tests on you. Okay, like doing ultrasound or abdominal scan. Okay, pelvic abdominal scan, to ascertain if you have a PID. Other tests are still going to be run on you based on your doctor. And if after everything, like high cervical swab, okay, high cervical swab is another thing that can be done to ascertain the particular bacteria that is causing this, and through that your doctor will prescribe antibiotics that will help you heal from this. Okay, so what are the preventive measures? What are the things that you can do to help prevent this? The first thing is to avoid intercourse. Why? You avoid intercourse, but if you can't, the next thing is to have one particular partner. Okay, so you can be sure of what you are doing. That's just the best way to avoid this, because you don't know if the next person has gonorrhea or chlamydia or even any other bacteria like okay, so these things can cause this particular issue. So if you want to prevent it, you have to avoid having multiple sex life. Okay, so another thing is having a partner that is faithful. Okay, yes, because when I said you have one particular partner, then what if that partner is not faithful to you? Then you are not sure of what you are doing. So the next thing is to always go for checkups. Okay, because like I said earlier, you can have this particular issue without any symptoms. So always go for checkups to know where you are in your health state. Okay, another thing is to always use contraceptives. Okay, if it is not possible, then use contraceptives, because this is another measure that will protect you from having STI and also protect you from having PID. Okay, so when you have infection, make sure you treat infection, because this can lead to PID. Okay, next thing is to always, whenever you go to the toilet, make sure you wipe from the front to the back. Okay, don't wipe from the back down to the front. This is very, very important, because when you're wiping from the back to the front, you are transferring a lot of bacteria into your cervix. Okay, into your system. Okay, so this is very, very important. Keep good hygiene. Please, no dodging, because dodging might even cause this thing more. And when you're using your IUV, be careful. Okay, handle it with a good hygiene. Okay, good hygiene. So these are the things that will help you to prevent this particular issue. Now, this video is not to replace you meeting your doctor and all that. So this is informational, for informational purposes. Okay, so for you to understand that there are times when you even have PID without knowing about it. So those are the things I wanted to hear you guys on. Okay, so if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the subscribe button, share this video for others to also learn. So that is it for today's video. If you like the video, like I said,